Hey, today I thought I'd do something a little different. Long-time subscriber and friend of mine, date2masamune, he's been watching my videos since the PS2 days as far as I know. He actually offered to help carry me a little bit on this. So the plan is to try to get Queen's Eyes open so that I can hopefully solo that and then get into the lower levels of the Abyss, which is basically the Bloody Palace. And from there, we'll basically just try to kind of push farther down and get some better gear so that I can start doing fun boss runs and stuff. Because right now, I basically get one shot, if not two shot at best, by everything, and I do like chip damage on this difficulty. So, I have gotten a little bit better at the game. I'm learning the attacks and stuff, but it's just a battle of attrition right now because I do no damage. Which I've never really considered to be fun. I like when you do at least decent damage, and I don't terribly mind taking a ton of damage myself. But when you get hit once and you die, and you're doing pixels, it's just not the most enjoyable experience, to put it nicely. So we're gonna work on that now. Maybe I don't know how many missions I'll do before I sign off, but should be fun. Overall, my impressions of this game is that it is fun. I do like the combat, I just don't like how, I wouldn't say grindy, it just feels artificial past a certain point. Now, I can't say it's completely grindy. There are people who finish this game on level 1, on the first difficulty. But all that kind of falls out the window when you start getting farther in the game. This guy. What happened there? Ah, bummer, he didn't drop a tonfa. Yep, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I need help. You get someone sneezes on you in your general direction and you die on this difficulty. That move I just did there, that like long string, that's called pulverize. That's actually one of your best moves, but The problem is the tracking is terrible, so on the higher difficulties, when the bosses and the enemies have better AI, a lot of times you just start punching the air and you get killed for it. And it gets really old. Apparently they never really did a balanced pass for the Tonfas. They did for the other DLC weapon, the Odachi, but they didn't for the Tonfa. So I sure as hell hope that the next game will have better balance with the Tonfa and it won't be such a struggle, but who knows. A lot of people are complaining about how weak they are, so I assume they'll be better next time. Stray hitbox got me. I have been getting kind of burnt out on the game because of how artificial it feels at this point, but the co-op is actually really fun. I don't really play a lot of co-op games. This is probably the most enjoyable co-op experience I've had in a long time. So I'll definitely give the game that much, but I'm not sure how far I'll take it. See, stuff like that gets really old. It just stops being enjoyable when it happens so often. Let's just skip through here. You know what this game gives me PSD from? Ninja Gaiden 2 on the 360. That game was a lot like this. Just random assholes hitting you from a mile away with off-screen projectiles. They really get obsessed with that in this game. So if you watched my stream VOD earlier today, I know I haven't really been doing many exclusive videos. It's just end up playing this for 4 hours with Date here or Derns or somebody else, and then I just don't really have time to do another video. We went through the Abyss last night and managed to defile some of my gear. So right now, actually I'll show you my build really quick. I've got these pretty much maxed out. I would like to get what is it called? Close combat key reduction, but I just haven't had any luck with that. So I'm running the 5-piece of the Sarutobi or the Sasuke set. This gives a lot of good stuff, as you can see here. And then I have 4-piece of the Ryu Hayabusa set, which gives more close combat damage. Also, if you hit with like a shuriken or something, you get a damage bonus. And I've got a couple of them ethereal. Now, I have some ethereal gun sticks as well, but none of them are really great, so we're going to work on trying to get a better one. Probably this stream, or this video. Depends on how things go. And I apologize, I have not been uploading at midnight. I haven't been in the best mental state, and there just isn't anything going on right now. Probably tomorrow I'll make a video updating people on what my plans are going to be through the summer. I imagine there's going to be a Nintendo Direct at some point, and those tend to have a lot of smaller games that I enjoy playing, so those will probably be added to my schedule accordingly. But for now, it's pretty barren, so it's nice to have something to grind on, even though there's a lot I hate about this game. It still is a very enjoyable, fun experience in co-op. Dynasty Warriors 9, I have to admit, I'm getting pretty burnt out on. I know the hypotheticals are coming out and stuff, but at least in this game, there's like things for me to do. I kind of don't have much to do in that game anymore. Probably still check it out though, since I did buy a season pass. Magic pixel death. Hopefully they make the life bar like actually mean something in the next game, because once you get past the first difficulty, it just starts to feel like it doesn't matter. we go. So we're just doing the fast missions, most of the ones that don't have bosses, to try to unlock the end of the game, pretty much. I'm not really sure what the consensus for this game was. I know that there was a pretty big divide between the difficulty and, you know, the loot and the grind and stuff. I can't imagine playing this game with somebody who's, like, not super into action games, because the game is very unforgiving, and I think a lot of people who just wanted to play it because it's a, you know, a loot grindy type game, probably were in for a rude awakening, unfortunately. Alright, so I want to try to get the, I think it's called the Lightning Talisman. That's supposed to be really good for Tonfas, according to somebody I saw on a video. See if I can find it. Ah, there's so much crap in here. It's hard to find sometimes. It's supposed to be something with your key pulse. Ah, here we go. Alright, so let's try setting this up really quick. That timer makes me anxious sometimes. Luckily, I'm playing with somebody who knows that I'm recording and or streaming, but sometimes you get in the middle of loot management and it just boots you out into the next mission. That didn't go so well. progression in this game, for what it's worth, is actually quite nice. You can't get overpowered super fast. And the grind to get there can definitely be really frustrating, and I do like a fraction of the damage of what a lot of the other weapon classes do. But at the same time, when I do get to that point, it's going to be really enjoyable. And luckily, I've got some great help here, so that's a good thing too. Alright, let's go ahead and do one more. This probably isn't terribly interesting to watch. I just thought I'd do a little bit of non-stream commentary, because this is pretty much all I've been playing. My buddy Chris needed to borrow my capture card, so I haven't really been able to do anything with the Switch for the past couple days. So generally, we usually knock out like 3 in each region, and that usually gets you to the end of the game. We want to get to the DLC. I'm not sure if that will happen tonight. I've had pretty bad luck with crafting the gun sticks. Like, it mostly just gives me ones that don't have devastation on it, and you need that for the Tonfa gun move to do significant damage. I think I've crafted like over a dozen of them at this point, and just none of them have had anything good on them. Go ahead and get some more attack power while he goes ahead. In terms of my experience with the PC port, it's very poorly optimized. The main issue is that you can't turn off the particle effects. And if you know PC gaming, that's generally one of the things that usually tanks your computer. Like in Warriors of Orochi 4, before they did the performance patch a couple weeks in, I basically could not have the particle effects on at all for it to run at a stable 60 FPS. And after they fixed it, I think I was able to have it on, and it worked just fine, but particle effects in that game were like excessive in some ways, so eventually I just got to the point where I put it on like low or medium. But in this game, you don't have that luxury at all, so... And the yokai realms, the little puddles on the ground, are like the demon things. Those are like a core gameplay mechanic, and you can't turn them off. So some levels that have a lot of the yokai realms are like, they tank the performance, and it's just like nothing you can do about it. Hopefully the sequel will have a better PC port. It's not like it's been unplayable, it's just it really taxes my computer. I do aim to do maybe another computer upgrade, maybe after I get back from vacation. It depends on what kind of releases get announced. Obviously E3 is going to be around that time, so there may be some shadow drops or something I need to prepare for, but I'm going to try to get maybe a 2060 or a 2070 and future-proof that part, and then maybe I'll get a better CPU. I have a pretty good CPU for what it's worth. I just play a lot of poorly optimized games like this and Dynasty Warriors 9 where you can't really tell. Oh, that's a bummer, but it's pretty much out of my control. But I got this game for $20, so definitely have got my money's worth out of it. It definitely has pissed me off a lot, but the co-op is great fun. I am finally starting to get to the point where I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing with my build, and I have some great help to get there, so we'll see how things go. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off there. This probably isn't too terribly interesting to watch. I'll probably stream some more tomorrow. I'll show some more progress. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. Peace.